Alright y'all, it's two-wheel window, and I am going to show you how to clean your chain, but not any sort of normal way. I'm going to show you how to do it if you guys have seen this, but I don't have a bike stand right here, so that is what I'm going to do. And so first I'll tell you guys how I got it set up. So obviously I got my chain lube, just picked it up from Ace Hardware, I believe. Yeah. And no, actually O'Reilly's is where I got that. And then I got engine degreaser from just like Walmart. It's pretty cheap because it's a Super Tech brand. And the reason that you can use this is that it's all for the degreasing process. So you could use brake cleaner or other things. I mean, this is a corrosive deal right here, but the reason I use this is because it'll clean it, and it'll clean it very fast. So like I won't have to wait and sit really. I'll just be able to kind of like spray it, start brushing it off, and when I got it all brushed off to my content, then I will dry it off and then go to the next section. So I'll show you how to do that. I got a brush here. It's has metal bristles, and I'm just gonna do it very lightly. I mean, I would prefer to have like the plastic bristles, but I don't have that currently, so I'm just gonna use this and show you how to do that. But I mean, this video is really about doing this maintenance without a bike stand and without like all the normal necessities for that you would acquire usually in this situation. So it's kind of a creative way to do it, and it'll also be kind of just a informational type thing for you guys who don't have bike stands or anything. But so notice how this is all kind of covered up and everything. So just to like keep all this degreaser off any other parts of your bike, because I mean, you're just cleaning your chain. You don't want to like get anything else on it, anything. So I'm starting out. I got my degreaser here, and what I'm going to do first is make sure my bike's in neutral. So this is how, okay, that's neutral for sure. Alright guys, so what you do to set up for this is obviously you got your lube, your cleaner, your degreaser, your brush, and newspaper or any other type of thing to make sure that the cleaning agent doesn't get all over your bike. I got some rags. Here's another one. Rags. And then make sure this is the key for doing it without a bike stand, is make sure you have your lock on for your wheel lock. And I'll show you in a minute why we want that to happen. But so let's get first to let's do our first part of it right here. So I'm gonna just do the lower part. And because it is engine degreaser, it will foam up like that, and so you could actually get a little bit of the foam. Oh guys, I forgot to tell you, but make sure your bike is, like, your chain is warm when doing this, because it'll work a lot more smoothly, and the cleaning will be deeper, because it kind of the cleaning agent will melt onto the chain more, like, and it will be better than if you were just to do a cold clean. So always remember that. And just kind of liberally just brush around until you're satisfied. I think that's pretty good for my sake. And then what we're gonna do grab a rag, cut the chain, and then just slide back and forth. And since this is engine degreaser, look at all that stuff. But since this is engine degreaser, which you don't want to leave it on for that long at all, because it is pretty potent stuff. I mean, basically the same chemicals as like a brake cleaner and everything like that, but just a different concentration. So it's going to be a lot more volatile than what you normally get. And so here is where things get cool. So we're going to tilt our bike up, and then so I'm on my bike stand, and I'm just going to roll it a little bit. I just rolled it enough so I got a new area to work with. And you got to put your newspaper down again, then repeat the process. Okay, we got it. So you can see new area. I just cleaned this part, and the reason I started with that part is because it has the that's where the chain like breaks, and so you have your cap, you could say, and the reason I did that is so I know where I started and I can know where to stop. Okay, so now that I have all this stuff cleaned out and the chain is clean, now it's time for the lubrication process. And so we're still gonna put some stuff down. I mean, it's not as big of a deal though, because it is just lubricant and not like a degreasing agent or anything like that. But we'll just put some down anyway here, just to keep it clean. Always want your workstation to be clean. So one on the side and then one on the bottom is usually what works well. So here's my lube. I don't understand how I can use gloves, but this still happens to me. It's just a mystery. But so what we want to do is just get in there, and so it will soak down to the bottom side, so you won't have to worry about that. But then we do our secret maneuver again. Then we got more real estate to work with. And I mean, once again, it's not that big of a deal if stuff, like if the lubricant gets all over the place. Because once again, I mean, it's lubricant. It will burn off if it gets anywhere to a hot spot. But for the most part, it's not going to do any damage to anything. And so that's the trick of it. And the trick to lifting the bike up and rotating the wheel is all in this stepping on that kickstand. And I mean, a lot of guys have kickstands that have like this little peg that sticks out of them. And so what you want to do is place your foot on that peg, push down, and then just use an anchoring point on the bike to pull it towards you. So I was using either the handlebars or I can maneuver the tank. And then what you want to do is use your other hand and then place it on the wheel, or you can use your foot like you saw me doing and that'll rotate the wheel around to expose whatever chain you need. So for the most part, I think I'm, besides lubing the rest of this up, which I mean you guys don't need to see because nothing's going to be changing. That's how you lube and clean your chain without a bike stand. So hope you guys got a lot out of this, and see you next video. Two Wheel Windu out.